and welcome to another hour of playful learning with the 2-Bit Circus Foundation. I'm Dr. Dijanna.
And I'm Rainbow Seal Girl.
And today, we hope all of you join us as we engage in another fun learning, another fun hour of learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So today, we're going to explore, and we're going to learn and explore through exploring how every brick tells a story. Is that right?
Yeah, but who was the one that made this happen?
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I forgot. We totally need to thank you to Vaughn's. to Vaughn's. Thank you so much to Vans, our sponsor, for making this hour of playful learning even possible. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we ready to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So for those of you guys that are joining us at home, we want you to get a couple of supplies so you can do this entire lesson with us. So if you have Legos, please. Oh, you're going to show them the Legos? Yes. Please bring your Legos out to wherever you're watching, because this particular activity, we get to use lots of different types of Legos. It doesn't matter what size, it doesn't matter what color, we just want Legos.
And we need paper and pencils.
That's right. So in addition to the Legos today, or the bricks, you also need papers and pencils. Rainbow Silver, there you go. Show them the pencils and lots of paper. Lots and lots of paper. Well, you know what? I think we have like 4 sheets of paper. So maybe 4 sheets of paper, pencil, and Legos. All right, let them know again one more time what the materials are for this wonderful, playful learning activity.
Legos. Paper.
Check.
And pencils.
Check.
Just need to let you know, can be color or non-color pencils. You can even use markers or oil pastels or anything of art material that you have.
All right, so marker, what did you choose?
I chose pencils and oil pastels because that's what we have right here.
All right, so we're going to be using pencils and pastels today, yes?
Yep.
All right, so let's get it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So today's lesson starts off with the challenge. Hopefully you've had the opportunity to gather all of your bricks. Now, what I want you to do with the bricks
is build
I just want
something.
you to make something. I'm not giving you any instructions on what to make. I am challenging you out there, our viewers, and Rainbow Seal Girl.
And you.
Well, okay, I'll try it too. To use the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to just build something. Take those Legos, start from nothing at all, and create something. Are you ready to go?
Mm-hmm. Get this to use for your inspiration.
All right. Go
make
for it,
something.
my dear. Go for it. Let's make something.
Let's see.
I don't know. When somebody tells me to make something, sometimes my mind goes blank.
Maybe you can make a person or tool.
A tool, a person, a creature. What are you thinking about right now, Rainbow Seal Girl?
I don't know. I think I might make a person. Here, you can use this for a creature's head.
Oh, thank you.
If you're making a creature.
If you're making a creature, I wonder, like for you guys out there, let's take a look. Opening up the stream right now. Any suggestions for what we could make? I mean, when you say make something or anything, you could legit make anything, right? It could be a creature, it could be a box, it could be a toy.
Well, I'm already making stuff, so.
Oh, can you build right here so that people can see as you're building?
Well, I only have this.
Here we go. We'll put some of that over there. There you go. Making things, different colors. I mean, how big do you want to make your thing? You can think about, I want to make something big. I want to make something small. Let's make something.
Gonna need this piece.
Let me check this out real quick. Tell them about what you're doing while we
Well, right now I am making a person. This is supposed to be a head. And I'm trying to, and then I'm gonna add these for the arms. Maybe I should put it like that. Yeah, that looks better. All right.
So you're making a person.
Mhm.
And that person has a head?
This is the head, but I think I'm going to make it taller.
Okay. Persons are good. Make the head. You're going to make it taller. Make something. Folks at home, again, we're starting with a blank page. We have nothing at all, just a pile of bricks. And we're starting off today's challenge.
To make something. All right, why don't you start making something?
What, you want me to make something too? Oh my gosh. All right, I am not only the teacher in this situation, I am the student too. Rainbow Silk Girl, did you just challenge me to make something too?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sit right here and
it's
I'm going to
both
make
of our
something too.
live streams anyway.
All right, so let's go.
Can you help me take this apart?
Sure, I can. And I'm going to do that right there.
Or we could use this.
Yeah, why don't you use the tool? Okay, there you go. Keep something. There you go. All right, let's see. My brain is blank. Okay, so now that I have to do
Use your
it.
imagination.
Thank you very much. I need to use my imagination. Now that I have to do it, I'm feeling a little intimidated here. Not only is my student going to make something, but I'm going to make something too. Okay.
As the teacher, of course.
What do I want to make? Do I want to make a character, a person, a building, a structure? My brain just has so many ideas. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions, Rainbow Seal Girl?
Do you like animals?
I love animals.
Do you like tools?
I love tools.
Do you like people?
I love people.
Which one do you love more?
Oh my gosh, I love everything. This is so hard. Make something. It's hard to choose.
I think I know what your personality is.
What about a mermaid? Because you're a mermaid.
A mermaid. Should I go with the mermaid?
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
make it creative, of course.
All right, so let's tell our folks at home, hello there. The challenge was, the challenge was to make something, make anything. Step 1, I'm going to attempt to make a character that might
Be a mermaid.
Might be from the sea. Now, I'm afraid your character building, I have to move the camera and adjust so that you can build in the frame, because I'm sure the people at home want to see what you're building. Okay, so let's try and stay right there in the
How
frame.
are you going to make your mermaid?
I don't know. I think I'm inspired by these blue bricks right here. So I think I'm going to go with blue bricks.
I think I'm going to make my person with the tool because this is...
Can I also make a mermaid?
Oh, yes.
Awesome. Wait, hello. Stop the presses. Folks, in addition to, hold on a second. In addition to myself, Dr. Dijanna, and Rainbow Silk Girl, hello, Cold Ramen has entered the room. Cold Ramen, come and join us. I don't think they can see you. That's all right. All right. So go ahead for it. We're all 3 of us are now taking on the challenge. We are taking on this challenge to build something, build anything.
Well, look, I'm doing pretty good.
Cool. How's your build coming along?
It's good. I'm going to call this person... I'll think of that while I build.
Is
Any
that person
suggestions?
done, or are you still working on it?
Still working.
All right.
But
let's
it's
see.
going out pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Let's see.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said, whoa, there's a tool in the frame that looks like it can break things apart. You want to show them that tool?
Yep, it's this one. So let's say I needed help getting these apart. I could just grab it like that and take it apart. And then I can do it with the other side. Oh, this is getting hard.
You got this. You got this.
Nothing can stop me.
I like that attitude. Nothing can stop me. I'm going to figure this out.
There we go.
Cool. That is a cool tool.
Now.
That's looking awesome. All right, show them in that camera too so they get a nice good look. This is what we have so far. Continue to make my character here too.
I might want some suggestions on what to call her.
All right, well, ask the audience. Ask the audience out
Well,
there.
I'm going to need a suggestion for this person's name. This cute little person that I'm still building. Why don't you help me find that out? It's always good to have inspiration.
All right, so again, good morning, folks. Welcome to our hour of playful learning with the 2-Bit Circus Foundation. Today, we are learning and exploring with bricks, with our activity that's available on our website. Every brick tells a story. All right.
I added some shoes to the feet. Look.
Oh, nice. Look, check that out, folks. Her
It's almost like a
something
chair.
is coming together. So can I show them what I have a little bit here? Let's see here. I was challenged to make a mermaid. So I'm working on the tail right now. We'll kind of see what that looks like.
I can tell why
going
you
from
need
there.
that base plate.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We've got some suggestions for what to name. Yes, what to name your character here. We've got, hello, what do we have here? Cassandra.
Ooh.
That's kind of a cool name. I like Cassandra. And then we have Steve. And we have Roger. I like Angelica.
Ah, I'm always open for more. I already got some ideas in my head.
You do?
Just from those names.
Yes. What are you thinking of at this point?
I like Cassandra.
You like Cassandra?
Ooh, I'm gonna need this. I'm making my person a staff.
Cool. How's it coming over here, Cold Ramen? What are you thinking about? I just said the challenge is to make something, make anything. How's it coming for you?
It's kind of challenging. I keep on dropping my tail, and it keeps on shattering.
Finding
and I
it
keep on
a bit.
rebuilding it.
How am I
Finding it
supposed
a
to
bit
take
challenging.
this off?
I don't know. Maybe you can use the tool.
That's what I'm trying to do, but it's not working. Maybe I can use the other side of the tool.
For those of you guys that are at home working with us, I'm curious to know what type of things you've decided to make. Let's see here.
Yeah, I want to know.
Because, I mean, when somebody tells you to make anything, it's
What?
like wide open. There's so many things you could do.
I would say if I was a robot, there's more than a million. Wait, things.
There's more than a million things to do.
Oh, I just dropped something.
Here, I got it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Is that your mermaid right there?
I'm trying to get the mermaid together.
It looks nice. Maybe you can name your mermaid Angelico.
Angelico?
Yeah. Or Angelica.
I like Angelica, you know why?
From Hamilton.
That's right. I'm a huge fan of Hamilton. Here's my mermaid's eyes. Let's see. We'll give her blue eyes. Her eyes aren't the same size. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Part
Just
of the
like-
tail.
It's like this.
Keep on dropping Legos.
It's part of her personality. Cold Ramen, how's it going over there?
I'm working on the tail.
Okay, cool.
How am I
So
supposed to make
for
a
Cold
staff?
Ramen, I think we should be really impressed with how she's making things work, because Cold Ramen is working with just, I repeat, just how many arms?
One.
Just one arm, folks. Just one arm. Because Cold Ramen has a broken arm.
Well, hair.
I don't think anybody can tell this is a
Oh
mermaid.
no. Keep on
How do these
falling.
stick? Cold ramen, do you know how these
Yeah.
stick to base plates?
Yeah. You need to get like a flower.
Hmm.
You could go like bloop.
Ah, my person has hair.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Look,
It's coming together.
I'm still
Let's
trying
take
to
a
make a
look here.
staff. If you find any ones, could you please donate it to me one by ones?
Oh my gosh, look at this. We have so many fun people here. Somebody mentioned a place called Legoland. Have you guys ever been to
Yeah.
Legoland?
Oh, it's the best.
We went on a cold day, so it was really cold.
Yeah.
I remember that. And I was like the only person going down a boat ride.
What was the best part of Legoland? Like, they have so many activities and adventures to do. And they have this whole sculpture area made of Legos.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, I like your character.
I'm making her a staff right now. I think I'm gonna name it Cassandra.
Cassandra?
Or
Mhm.
Cassandra.
Or Cassandra? I like
Oh,
both of
someone's
them.
saying it's like the biggest Lego thing I've ever seen is full-size drivable sports car.
What?
Whoa.
And it's drivable?
Oh wow.
That's really cool.
Super cool.
My staff is complete.
It's coming together.
Cassandra is complete.
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Cassandra. All right. So Cassandra is complete. And I'm going to just add a few more touches to my...
Oh, wait.
Still working on my character.
My character's starting to come together here. A few more touches.
Deep Ocean Doctor.
Yes.
Add this to your base plate.
Okay.
It can be hair for your mermaid.
Okay, you got it.
Like mine.
Let's see here. My mermaid needs a face. Like
does
like a
Cassandra have a
happiness.
staff because she's a wizard? Good question. Well, I would say yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're already starting to do some character
I would
builds
say
here.
that Cassandra is a wizard of imagination. Comparing on how her staff is different colors.
Okay,
Cool.
I got the tail of the mermaid. Now I just need to get the body.
Okay. Did you want to add anything to yours?
To mine?
Oh, to Rainbow Seal Girls.
Oh.
I think it's fine unless some piece that would work amazing for Cassandra pops up.
All right, just kind of keep looking
Do you
want
to add
exploring.
stairs?
Well, I don't know, but that's cool that we have them.
Stairs, look.
I'm trying to figure out how to make... My mermaid looks really sad.
Let me see. I can help. Hold it, please.
Let's see. Let's show them right there. This is my mermaid.
I have just the pieces to make her look like she's smiling. Pieces are being added. Pieces added.
Oh, she's happy now. All right, let me erase the
I like her eyes,
because we got that instruction pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All
I don't know how I'm
right,
gonna make the skin
I
tone.
am going to start putting these guys away. Let's put your other, the other character in frame so far.
Can I quickly make a tool?
Yeah, you want to make a tool for your character?
No, like a bigger tool for your mermaid.
Absolutely.
You can make it a mermaid scepter.
Oh, some people have always wanted to go to Legoland. It is pretty
Aw,
amazing.
yeah.
We spent a couple days there a couple years ago. Wow. I don't remember seeing the drivable sports car, though.
I think that was at an auto dealership or something.
Wait, there's a Lego made car auto dealership? If that exists, we need to go and find it.
Yes. Like
When I grow up, I'll get myself a Lego car.
What will you power your car with?
Solar energy?
Yes, that's right, because solar energy is way better than fossil fuels.
Is this turning
just
into
throwing
a
that out
science
there.
class?
Just throwing that out
Science
there.
class now?
I just had to throw that out there because it was Earth Week
Yeah.
last week. And
Oh,
we just,
yeah.
we want to be mindful. If we're going to have a car, if we're going to be inventing cars, let's make some that use renewable energy, folks. Renewable energy.
I need to add more
Help
blues.
slow climate change.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to see if I can move the camera so that they can see you build.
Oh no,
All right, I'm making
you
a
go.
mermaid staff, but I need more glue in here.
my Lego
Sweet.
disappeared.
Uh-oh, people love the red hair. Yay. For the red hair. Oh, not red.
Pink.
People love the pink hair.
Okay.
I love the pink hair.
Hey, you could also use this for your tail.
Oh, nice. Did you just make my mermaid a staff? How
Hold
cool
on.
is that? Hello. You've got some really innovative followers
Hello.
here that are listening into the stream. They came up with some innovations, you guys. What if, no joke, what if you could make solar panels that could snap on things like Legos? Oh my goodness. Mind blown right there. Mind blown right there. Hello, dear Lego Corporation. If you are listening right now, you heard it first on the live stream with 2-Bit Circus Foundation. Snap-on solar panel Legos, please. Snap-on solar panel Legos. That would be
I
the way
added
to
your
go.
mermaid scepter.
Oh Oh my gosh, this is lovely. It's coming together here. So we've got our two
Cold
characters,
Roman,
our
do you
little
want me to
Asians.
make a scepter for your mermaid too?
Yeah,
Sure.
please. All right.
Tails falling off.
And I'm
See
gonna
if
make sure
move
it's gonna
this,
be
guys, 'cause
different
I think
from.
they would like to see what you're working on and building a little bit.
All right. This is Cold Ramen's mermaid scepter right now, and let's see. I'm gonna add some bubbles right there.
Okay. Cool.
I have a clear block, so.
That's pretty cool. Show them in the other drop-down cam too, so they get a good zoom in on that. That's pretty cool.
I'm having a hard time
How's your mermaid going
with
right
mermaid shells because we don't have any sharp blades.
That's coming along good, you guys. These characters are looking really, really cool. All right. So, what else could you make in addition to the staff?
Anything.
Okay, cool. Now, is there a top or a bottom to the staff, or could you use it both ways? Tell me about it.
For which one? Yours or both of them?
Well, start with yours.
Mine.
Is there a top or a bottom to the staff?
Why don't you get the zoom in on the staff? Right here.
All right, tell us about it.
So you can't really have it on the top because if it would be like that, then the bottom of it, like you can use it on the bottom. And so that bottom holds all of the magic that is in the staff. And then once you're going to be using it on a spell, some of the magic goes up to the top and let's say you want a giant balloon. Poof, giant balloon in the air.
Oh, it's getting a little dark. Let me see if
So
I can
yeah,
add some light.
and you can really only use it on the bottom because you see on the top here, that's where all the magic happens. Now let's talk about Deep Ocean Doctor's staff. The mermaid. The first mermaid staff.
Okay.
So for this one, well, why don't you explain it since it's yours?
Okay, I haven't thought about it yet since you made it for me, so you kind of put me on the spot, but I wanted to share with you a couple things. Apparently, no joke, they do have snap-on solar panels, some people are saying. Like that
What?
actually? Yes, like that actually exists. Isn't that crazy?
Mind-blowing.
All right, mind-blowing for sure. So next time we get on with these bricks, maybe we should investigate the solar panel situation. But you were asking me to talk a little bit about my staff. All
Don't
right.
you think it almost looks like a mermaid?
Oh, it does. Did you do that on purpose? That's
I made your
awesome.
staff.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
It has a different mermaid tail though.
It's okay.
Hey, it could almost be like it's a thing that can open
What happened
clams.
to my mermaid tail? Oh, there we go.
Don't you think it looks like a thing that can open clams for your mermaid?
Sure.
But what do you want it to be like? You can think
I
about
have
it for a
no
little.
idea, honestly.
Why don't you tell about your mermaid staff, Deep Ocean Doctor?
All right, so let me take a look.
Wait, look.
So
I just want to slap it.
Yes. Oh, okay. So this is the staff that Rainbow Silk Girl made for my mermaid right here. And I'm not sure. I need to think a little bit about what it does. I think it helps my mermaid to stand up and gives her extra swim power. And then if she uses it a certain way, her legs will turn, her fins will turn into legs.
Whoa.
That's
Right.
But then what
Question
happens?
from the blog here. Question from the chat. Is the mermaid also a wizard?
That's your guys' question?
Well,
Well, mine is a creative witch.
oh, show them. So this is a what?
A creative witch.
Oh, wow.
Look at the staff and its hair.
So it's Cassandra, the creative.
Witch.
All right, so we've got Cassandra, the creative witch.
And also, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What happens? Does this turn into like a pen once they're like human form mermaid?
Well, I thought
What
it
happens
turns
to the staff?
it turns into legs, so that she can walk on land.
But I was thinking from my point of view. I was thinking like she waves her wand and then her tail turns into two legs.
I like it. I like it all. I like it all. We are almost on to part 2.
But I'm also thinking
Okay.
that this can become a magical pen, so it blends in with humans. So it blends in with the land animals called humans.
Okay.
Land
For
animals.
sure.
And so it's like, and so it won't be like, oh, whoa, and then someone, oh, whoa, that's a really cool thing that has magical shells on it that are pastel or something.
All right. So we've got a couple characters here. Rainbow Seal Girl has finished hers, and a little addition. And Cold Ramen, how are you still working on it?
I just need to add the head.
All right. She's doing really quickly. I can't wait to reveal it in the camera. She's working on the head.
I have a
Rainbow
question.
Seal Girl, can we trade spots really quickly? Because we're going to transition to the next part of this lesson.
Hey, I have a question for you first.
Okay, sure.
So, my question for Deep Ocean Doctor is, what is your mermaid's name?
Oh, did I give her a name?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see.
I thought you wanted like Angelica.
I like
or something.
Angelica. I also like Eliza, and I also like Peggy. Which one should it be? Angelica, Eliza, or Peggy?
Which one matches your mermaid's?
Skylar sisters.
Angelica
Eliza,
and Peggy.
the Schuyler sisters.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to name her. I don't know. Oh, you guys, we have got some suggestions.
Yeah.
Yes, in addition to our favorite Schuyler sisters, Angelica,
Eliza.
And Peggy.
the Schuyler sisters, we also have some additional Ariel.
Ariel.
Ariel, like the Little Mermaid. Can any of you do the mermaid call?
No.
Wait, what's the mermaid called?
You know, from Ariel. What does
Uh,
she do? Like,
She goes like,
ah,
Yeah.
I can try.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, we should totally call her Ariel. I can't do it, but still, you did a good job. I know. Ariel has some special vocal cords. Maybe, check this out. In addition to her magical staff, it's also a magical singing staff. And it magically transforms her voice.
No, and also it's a mic.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's totally a mic. Yes. Okay.
I didn't know I can sing that high.
Hello guys. We are going with it. I think it might be time for class. We're going to go with Ariel for my mermaid. Yes, Ariel. And we have Cassandra, the creative witch. Yes? Okay. And then over here, Cold Ramen. Can we put yours in the
mermaid?
Can we put yours in the frame?
Yes, my mermaid has no hair though.
Oh.
Or face.
Well, that's fine. None of ours do, other than Mom's.
Oh, and the arm fell off.
It's okay. Let's put yours in the frame and then we'll continue.
I have an idea to name your mermaid.
There's my mermaid.
Okay, let's I'll make some space. I'll put here, let's do it this way. So that yours can fit.
There we go.
There we go. Awesome.
I have an idea for your mermaid.
You're
Mermaid
gonna
hair.
put some hair.
If it fits. I can't
Here,
fit
I
it
can
on.
do it for you because you only have one arm.
It's fine.
Okay.
I have an idea for your mermaid.
So really quickly before we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for those of you guys that were building with us at home, let's say goodbye to Cold Ramen. She's off to her next online class. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
That was cool.
I have an idea for Cold Ramen's mermaid.
What do you think?
Name.
What do you think? What should we name her?
I actually
Her
don't.
ponytail.
Do we have any other options that was used for your mermaid?
Let's take a look and see if we have any other suggestions on the blog. What happened to it?
There's the blog.
There we go. Let's see here. Peggy. Oh, We've got some fans of our singing. Wow. Thank you.
Ah.
Let's go ahead and say thank you so much.
Thank
you for the
you.
follow. Thank you for the shout out. Oh. Got some more. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And her mermaid scepter.
I think that magical microphone is legit. That's all I'm going to say.
Her mermaid scepter will go right there for now.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to straighten up these bricks.
Oh, now here comes the hard part. That's not that
That
fun.
is what teachers always do. We have to straighten up. Now that we have created our
But now
creations.
here's the part that's not so imagination.
So, it really is. So you guys, I want you to
I'm
take a
just
look.
exaggerating.
Oh, okay. Come on, join me right here. All right, you guys, we have created our characters.
We have Ariel.
We have Ariel, the mermaid with the magical. Oh, we got a plane going by. Ariel, the mermaid with our magical wand,
Singing and
and it also transforms her into human, so she can
Yeah.
walk on land. And then we have Peggy, our other magical mermaid right there. You guys got to check out that tail. I mean, come on, that's awesome. And then we also have
we forgot to tell about her mermaid scepter.
Peggy.
I already.
Go for it. Tell them about it.
So this can also turn her into a human, and it can break clams for her.
Oh, she eats clams?
Magical clams.
Oh, she eats magical clams. Love this. Okay.
And then Cassandra.
Let's talk about Cassandra.
Oh.
Put that right here for now. Talk about Cassandra. Tell us more about
Cassandra is the creative tiny fairy. I'm adding fairy to it.
Wait, I thought she was a witch.
She's a fairy now.
She's now a fairy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So,
Fairies always have magical wands.
so we've done our building.
These are actually her wings.
They are. Oh, I love it. So she's
Her
a magical fairy now. I love it. All right, Zia, let's take a look. We have completed the build. We started off with the design challenge, or a challenge, like build something out of these blocks. Anything you want, build. And we did it. We've got 2 mermaids, and we've got a magical fairy right here. Yes. Look
Oh,
at those
I have
beautiful
one more
wings.
question for all of you guys.
Sure.
Why don't you tell us what you made? And
Oh,
their names,
yes,
too.
Yes, please. If you are building at home and you've built something amazing, please share with us. That's a great
It doesn't
idea.
have to be amazing either. Like, even if it's, let's say, 3 blocks.
I can't see.
3 blocks. Look, even if it's that, still
Yeah.
tell us.
You can make it. Tell us. All right, so let's go to part 2 of the lesson. Part 1 was an exercise to prove to you guys that you can build something out of nothing. Now, part 2, let's see if we can do part 2. And we're going to take our characters,
First, Peggy.
Peggy, Angelica.
I thought it was Ariel.
Oh, shoot. Ariel, you're right. And Cassandra.
Cassandra is such a tiny fairy. Well, that's why I made her a fairy, because she's so tiny.
Now, the challenge, Rainbow Seal Girl, is to tell me.
I think we should have moved them, like, not right there so they
I'll
can
move them
actually...
again. The challenge. Oh, yes. The
To write a
challenge.
story.
Well, I want to know what they do. Tell me about these characters. What's their story?
We just
How
told them.
How do they meet each other?
Or how do they get their magical powers?
How did they get their magical powers?
I really want to tell this for Cassandra.
You want to tell this story for Cassandra? How does her story begin? Wait, do stories have a beginning?
Of course, like once upon a time or a long time ago in a land far, far away.
Okay.
Or in a galaxy far, far away.
Okay, so stories have a beginning. And do stories have an end?
Of course.
What?
At the end, and they lived happily ever after, and then all was doomed.
Okay, wow. So we've got stories that have beginnings and stories that have ends.
Some of them are happy endings, some of them are sad, some of them are happy beginnings, some of them are sad beginnings.
So how does Cassandra's story begin?
Very happy.
That's the challenge right now. How does Cassandra's story
Well, why don't I
begin?
just tell it to you, and then we can bind all 3 of their stories into one big story.
Let's do Cassandra's story first. I like that. So let's start off with Cassandra's story.
Should I draw it out?
Yeah, go ahead and write it out.
Oh, more writing. Come on.
Have we done writing yet?
In school I have.
Yes, you have. I'm going to move this up so you can tell us. What happens to Cassandra? Like, how does her story begin?
The Zoom meeting I was supposed to be in just ended. Okay. Do I have to write it down?
Okay, what do you want to draw it? How can you tell me how she begins? But on paper, I want you to take...
Can I tell it like the old times?
What is the old times? How did people tell stories in the old times?
Well, it's a story I need to tell you.
Okay. I'm going to move over there so you can look at the camera while you talk to me.
All right, so
So you tell me the
long
story,
ago,
and then I will document it for you.
long ago.
Okay.
Well, this is the story about how,
Is
why.
this Cassandra?
No, this is the story on why people tell stories by not writing them.
Okay.
So, it all began long ago. So people would tell other people's stories, and then they would tell other people's stories, and then it went into a whole entire loop thing, almost. They would tell the stories again and again and again. Instead of writing it in books, they told it with their own mouths.
I think I've heard of this before. It's like an oral tradition to pass down stories. Yes?
That's the end of the story, really.
Yeah?
It's short. I didn't want to do the
Okay, so but that's the
hour-long version.
So how about we embrace that?
And you can write it down.
You tell me, yes, you tell me the beginning of Cassandra's story, and I will try and write it down.
All right. Well, why don't we put Cassandra here?
Should we put her in frame?
Yeah.
Oh, I knocked off her wing.
Also her hair.
Okay. So what should I...
Once upon a time, there was a young fairy named Cassandra. I'm gonna let you write that.
Once upon a time. Can they see it?
It's backwards.
Oh.
It's upside down.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay.
We'll flip it over once we're done.
Okay. We'll flip it over once we're done. Okay. Once upon a time.
There was a young fairy named Cassandra who loved to be creative.
There was a young...
But every fairy got a power at a certain age. But if they didn't get the power, then they would have to be powerless and learn by their talents that they already have.
Cassandra. Whoa, I missed that. I'm at... Once upon a time, there was a young fairy named Cassandra.
Period.
Okay.
She loved creativity.
She loved... Creativity.
Oh, this is going to be slow.
Okay, and then the next one?
And every fairy, at a certain age, would have to take the test if they got a power.
Every fairy had to take a test.
To see if they got a power. To see that they got a power.
To see if they
got a power. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's stop there right now. And I'm going to turn this. And you see how I only wrote on one side? You have 3 statements here. Once upon a time, there was a young fairy named Cassandra. Let's see if we can draw something to represent that.
No, but that's not it.
I know, we're going to continue. This is just page 1 of the book. She loved creativity.
May I?
Every fairy had to take a test to see if they had a power. So,
that
let's
wasn't
flip
the
this.
end of the sentence.
Oh, what was the end of the sentence?
To see if they have a power. But if they didn't have the power, they would just have to use their own talents.
If they didn't have a power, they use their own talents.
Okay, I'm starting to think that this is going too slow.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just tell it to them first?
Well, let's start. The whole story?
Yeah.
Let's illustrate this page, and then for the rest of the story, we'll go.
Okay, fine. So, once upon a time, I'm gonna draw mountains. That's a mountain. And then clouds. That's fairyland right there. That's like the setting of fairyland. This is where the city is. And then this is a cave. That's this fairy school. Light path. All right. That's that. And then she loved creativity. Let's do that. So this, I'm just going to put Cassandra in here without her scepter. Because she hasn't taken the test yet. And so that's Cassandra. She's a part of it. And then let's say it's her, and then it's there's a picture like that. Abstract. With a leaf easel. I don't know how to draw that. There. And then gonna zoom in onto that cave. That's where the test taking is. So let me show you my pictures. Let me add more to the cave.
You want to add a little bit more?
And then there's a long line
I love
of
this.
fairies that are gonna get tested.
I love this. Are you showing this to me?
And
I
the
love
people.
This. I love this. I love this. Can they see it okay?
Oh, it's upside down.
Is it upside? Here, let's put it sideways. I bet you they can see it better that way, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. We've got our first page already. So,
Now let me tell them the whole entire story.
yeah. Then we're going to do the whole story. Yes, because I want to know.
I just want to tell them, though, so you don't have to write
No,
it.
you tell the whole story first, and then we'll illustrate it. All right, go for it. Oh, wait. Oh, we forgot to remind the people at home. Rainbow Seal Girl.
What?
So, you guys, we're working on our story right now.
Oh,
the
yeah.
story that's been inspired by Cassandra. Cassandra, the creative fairy.
Well, this is her past, actually.
Oh, this is her past. This is we're going to figure out like stuff about Cassandra.
What an error.
That's awesome. And if you're at home, we asked you to get out Legos, but you can also take out a piece of paper and you can start working on your own story for whatever character you built. Yes? Cassandra lost a wing again.
Oh my gosh,
Okay, I'm so
Cassandra.
sorry. Here we go. Let's put Cassandra's wing on. So, tell us the rest of the story. Zia showed us, she talked to us about oral tradition. So continue and tell us the whole story, background story about Cassandra.
Okay.
And then we'll finish.
And you look out for questions or anything.
Okay.
All right. So, once upon a time, there's a young fairy named Cassandra. She loved creativity, and then every fairy had to take a test to see if they have power. If they didn't have a power, they had to use their own talents, I guess. So, it was that day when every young fairy that age, like Cassandra, to see if they got a power. But they said that you are going to be very lucky if you got a certain power. But they would only tell the person that got it. And then after, they would tell everybody. Every single fairy in the world who got that lucky power. Everyone. And they saying that if they got that lucky power, that power is very strong. And they must take lessons right away for Cassandra. That's what they said. So when Cassandra went into the cave, she's like, oh, this is cool. I thought it was just some dark, scary cage, but it was actually very colorful. And it's almost like it had all of the talents mixed into one. So when she took the test for every single talent, she got one they didn't know of. And that was the special talent that she got. But they didn't tell her what that talent was. Because they wanted to announce it and make it a surprise for her and everybody else.
I think that's definitely a good chapter 1, because then you'll want to read chapter 2 to find out what the talent is for Cassandra.
Then it's only a 2-chapter book.
That's fine. Short story. All right, I'm going to take this. This is our page 1.
Can I just tell them, please?
Well, let's see. Let me look at the time. You want to kind of finish it up? I want us to be able
really
to
quick.
do one more.
It's really quick.
Okay, go for it.
Her wing fell off again. I'm going to go off the screen for a second.
Let me get that before we knock everything down.
I got it.
Okay. All right.
All right. And then after every fairy, everybody is remembering, ooh, I got this, I got that. Most of the common talents. And she didn't know it, but her mom had never told her what talent she had. She had a science talent.
She was a science talent? She had science talent?
And that was the rare on that year.
And that was her rare talent. Let me take a look at her again. So.
Wait, that was her mom's talent.
Oh.
And then they announced who got the special talent.
What was it?
They announced every fairy here. The special talent is a creativity talent. And the person who got that was a young fairy named Cassandra.
Whoa.
And she got this magical scepter.
She got a magical scepter and her
that's
special.
that's her scepter.
Okay. I'm just saying, for those of you guys at home, Cassandra with a special creativity power and her magical scepter.
Now let's tell the story about Ariel and how she got her.
Should we do Ariel's story or should we do Peggy's?
Do Ariel's because you're here.
Okay.
And I am not going to draw it out for you.
I got it.
Why didn't you tell it orally?
Okay, well, let's see. Should I tell it or should you tell it?
You, unless you want me to.
Okay, we can take turns. I can tell it, you draw, or you tell it, I draw.
I don't want to draw.
Okay, so you'll tell me the story.
But I don't know your story.
Well, that's what we get to make it up.
Well, I am really good at doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we doing it?
Once upon a time, there was...
Wait, let's introduce her again. Put her up here so they can remember what she looks like.
I
There
just
you
want
go.
to tell it
That's
Ariel.
Ariel, and we're going to tell her story.
And how she got this magical mermaid staff.
All right, let's do it.
I'm not going to keep up with you.
No, you keep up. You don't worry about me. You do you.
All right. So, once upon a time, when Ariel was just, doing her daily thing, checking for clams, looking at the fish, making sure they were healthy, doing the things that she always had to do for the sea. Then, she found this clam that was unusual. Very unusual. So she picked up the clam and brought it to the sea princess. And the sea princess was like, and then she was like, please wait here. So Ariel waited, she swam around, and then after 5 to 10 minutes, she came back with her father, the king. And they had agreed to tell her about what the clam was. My child, the clam. I'm pretending this, because this is actually made out of that magical clam. Because it'd be hard to say that. So, this is in clam mode right now. This clam is made for the chosen ones. We must see who this clam chose. Thank you so very much. So then, a bunch of mermaids wanted to see if they got that magical clam. But surprisingly, it was Ariel's. And so they made it into a magical staff, and she became one of the royal guards. The end. That one wasn't that eventful.
I love it. Okay, this is what I got so far. I wrote really fast, but I might not have gotten the entire story.
Let me see.
Can you read my writing? It was so fast.
All right. Once upon a time, Ariel was checking the sea animals. Then she found an unusual clam. She brought it to the sea princess and the king. This clam is made for the chosen one. It is yours.
Did I get it? Mostly? Almost?
Most of it. Most of the important.
Can you draw a scene of her finding out that the magical clam is hers?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to do 2 of them, actually.
Okay.
One, finding the clam. So I'm just going to draw a nice little mermaid.
I love it. So far we learned about Cassandra the fairy, and now we're getting the background story for Ariel the mermaid.
Oh, that's a little big of a hand.
I like it. I
That's
like
fine.
it.
All right, can you see my drawing?
You take a look. Yes, I can.
No, that works. Kind of doing like a quick one. All right, and then the king telling her, and then her getting the mermaid scepter. I'm just gonna draw a picture of the mermaid scepter.
That sounds good. Ah.
You're lower than mine.
I know, I'm old. I can't do the high.
Ah,
There you go.
ah,
I love it. And then she's presented with the
mermaid scepter.
yay!
Okay.
Oh, we did it. You
Now let's get to a fun part.
okay? What's the fun part?
Making their houses.
Okay, so
I know.
Let's go
we
to-
already told a story, and I know how we can mix them.
how can we mix the two stories? So that's the next challenge. We've met Cassandra.
And then if we have enough time, we can make their houses.
Yes. We've met Cassandra, our fairy, and we've heard her background story. Real quick. Let's see here. What was her background story, Zia? There was a young fairy named Cassandra. She loved creativity, and every fairy had to take a test to see if they had a power. And if they didn't have a power, they'd use their own powers. And Cassandra, at the end of the story, found out that her special power was
The creativity.
the creativity
And I can
power.
shorten the story from. And then she went up to the cave. She got the special power only one fairy would get in the world after 10 years. And she got that power, which is creativity.
Creativity. And we have our second character, Ariel, who got the
Magical mermaid scepter.
the magical mermaid scepter that was made out of
And
that
only
plant.
5 of these in the sea of that country exist.
And only 5 of them exist. So how do we bring these two lovely, lovely characters together? Tell us the story on how they meet.
So, should it be in the sea or air? You're going to help me with this one.
Sea or air? I don't know, you can ask our viewers. Let me think about it. Things that I love about the sea.
Well, I'm a land person and you're a sea person.
Maybe they meet on a boat. Or at the beach. In the ocean.
Why don't we ask the people watching?
Let's see here.
I think
Ocean.
All
We
right.
got votes for ocean.
Ocean it is. I do love the ocean. All right. So one time when Ariel was swimming along, admiring her cool scepter, she found a splash by one of the shell sites she needed to fix. Was it another one of those magical shells? It couldn't be. I thought only 5 exist. But there was one more. But then she saw that it was nothing a part of the sea. It was one of the fairies that lived from fairyland. She had to help this fairy. So she brought the fairy to her shore using the magical mermaid scepter to change her into a human. But then she just remembered that fairies were afraid of humans. So then she used all of her power to turn into a fairy.
I love it. That's awesome.
And then they became friends. Ariel told her about it.
Yay, they're friends.
And then they took adventures together. Because with creativity, you can do anything. And imagination. So she could literally turn into a fairy mermaid. And she can turn into a fairy.
I love that we have the powerful creativity. All right, so you really wanted, that was an amazing story with so many details. It had adventure, it had a beginning, and then our characters, we're learning about them and their characteristics. This is a really good start to a deep dive in building characters. But I know you're dying to make some structures and some homes. So I will let us transition. I'm going to just put all of our characters in frame so people are reminded of them. I'm going to let you transition and go ahead and start building the environment, the structures, the other
Oh, and
pieces
also,
that you
this is
wanted.
your time to ask any questions, tell us anything.
Oh,
Absolutely
you want to
anything.
hear from the people at the stream?
Well, the stream's almost over, so it's your last chance.
All right, so here you go. I'm giving you all of your bricks over here so you can just have at it.
Well, her house, of course, is small, but not too small.
You've got a couple of comments here. Bravo! I love this story. You're correct. With imagination and creativity, you can do.
Anything.
That's right. That should be our new motto. With imagination and creativity, you can do.
Anything.
You can do.
Anything.
You can do.
Anything.
I love it.
Look at her door.
Oh, nice. Nice. Show your viewers too.
Door.
So we're at the last couple of minutes here, viewers. Thank you so much for joining us for our hour of playful
It's good
learning.
I can use anything.
Today's lesson was really all about using your imagination to come up with an idea, build a character, and learn how to tell a story, okay? And it's really cool when you can use bricks to help guide you and develop your character and help you come up with a really cool story.
And use your imagination.
Yes, because with imagination and creativity, you can do
anything.
That's right. I think we're going to write a song about that later today. But seriously, you guys, this was super fun. We got to build with Legos. We got to exercise our imagination. And we got to do a little practice in storytelling. Now, if you were at home building your character, you can continue to add on to this story by building environments, building more characters, and your story can just get bigger and bigger and bigger and continue to meet as much as your imagination expands. Is that right?
Yep.
I love it. I love it. All right, folks, let's take a look. Zia, go ahead and look at your viewers and thank them so much for joining.
Thank you. And here's what I have from Cassandra's house so far.
Cassandra's house. I think we're going to continue to build Cassandra's house for the rest of the day, probably. Viewers, what can I say? Thank you so much for joining us for another Playful Learning Hour. It's so easy to learn and have fun at the same time. All of these brick activities, you can find them on 2-Bit Circus Foundation's website, and they're available for free download right now as we navigate teaching our kids from home. Again, thank you so much for joining us for our Playful Learning Hour. Until the next time, a huge thank you to Vans for making it possible. Say bye, Rainbow Seal Girl.
Bye.
We're gonna
And
see you guys
here
next
is the
time.
house.
Oh, we should let Cassandra, Ariel, and Peggy say goodbye too. Let's
Look.
roll them. Oh, look at Cassandra's house. I love it. Let's roll this guy in here so they can all say
Bye.
goodbye. We'll roll them in there.
She can go right here. Bye.
Look at Peggy. She has a little ponytail. I
Bye,
love it.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
We'll see you guys
everyone.
next time.
Goodbye.
That was so much fun.